Afternoon, Alfreton fans. It's Joshua Smith, just summarising what's happened this evening with Alfreton Town Football Club relating to Bradley Wood being given that 6-year ban. So to summarise, I've just gone through the FA statement, all 17 pages of it. There's 25 offences that he's been found guilty of. Now, he only contested 2 of them. The other 23 he accepted, and that was why Bradley Wood's been out of the squad for so long. He was given an interim suspension by the FA, who felt they had sufficient evidence that not only would they find that Bradley Wood was guilty, but it would also warrant a lengthy ban. So that interim suspension was put in place some weeks ago whilst they continued to investigate, and obviously the verdict has come out today. So the 2 that he contested, which seem to be the main offenders that have caused the main length of the sentence, are to do with the Ipswich and Burnley games in the FA Cup, where it's, quote, intentionally seeking to be cautioned, which is what he's been charged with. There was a close personal relationship with the people putting these bets on as well, which did alert some suspicion. Now, had those 2 bets been cashed in successfully and Bradley Wood not been found guilty of this, that would have equated to £10,000 in winnings. There were 7 individuals who made bets that Mr. Wood would be cautioned in those 2 games. None of them, quote, had previously placed bets in the caution betting market, and the size of the bets made them stand out. 5 of those 7 were maximum stake bets, and 4 of the people who put those bets on were using their betting accounts for the first time. Some of the bets placed were 4-figure sums. Now, the 2 people that were close to Wood were Matthew Hardwick and Scott Warren, and all the other 5 had a close relationship with Scott Warren as well. So it seems that he was relaying the information, or so the FA believe, from Wood to the other 5 people, and they've got telephone records that show that there was unusually extensive contact before those matches made between Scott and Bradley Wood. Now, Matthew Hardwick, one of the 2 who were close to Wood, who've been accused of this, refused to give his phone to the investigators to have that looked at. Scott Ward claimed his had been wiped, so the FA said they've got sufficient evidence with all of that to charge. Now, as far as I can tell from looking at social media, and that's all I've got to go on at the moment, is that there will be an appeal made by Bradley Wood. He did appeal this all the way through the legal process until February of this year, when it's claimed that he ran out of funds to carry on the legal process. And as well as that 6-year ban, he has, of course, been fined altogether just shy of around £5,000. That's including the costs he has to pay and the contribution towards legal proceedings. Bad news for Alfreton Town, but certainly bad news for Bradley Wood, who of course was sacked by Lincoln City and then returned to Alfreton after all the issues he had there. It's you'd have to question whether or not he will come back from this. If that appeal either doesn't go in or is unsuccessful, where would that leave him? Because he wouldn't be a young player coming into the game. He'd have been out for the best part of 7 years after that, and that may well spell the end of Bradley Wood's career.